Welcome back to Delusion. Moment. Let's get one more thing sorted, and then we'll get going. Cool. So, we're back. So, we needed to go back to town to basically get some iron ore, so we can then upgrade, so we can get the workshop. So, because my assumption here is that the last thing we're going to need in order to progress this quest is the thing which was going to presumably be in the basement of that workshop. So, that's the current plan. So we're going to run over here, and I assume we also can't sleep here until, or rest here until we've done that. And then we're going to head to the Clockwork Kingdom. I am intrigued by the Clockwork Kingdom. I also appreciate this woman is here 24/7 and appears to have no life. Let's see, for sale. And again, I'm doing this because I'm more curious about this than I am the greatsword, right? If we get sort of leftover or runoff, I know, which is what I'm expecting we will get, then we will be able to upgrade other stuff, right? But at the moment, this is my main priority. We need it to defend freedom. Or something like that. Here. Don't upgrade the workshop. We are just gonna quickly attempt to sleep, not because I'm expecting it to do anything, but because I'm hoping it will we knew that. We knew it was going to go badly. Unless that is actually the library they're referring to. This is definitely not what I'm looking for. No sort of map for these grounds. It's quite a large area. There's no sort of obvious indication as to whether or not it's okay, cool. So this will be the workshop. We couldn't go into it before. Okay. Yeah, you need more bling. You need more bling. You. Can get rid of it. All about collecting them fancy hats. Has kind of blown my theory. As for where this is, I'm also feeling like, because I was mainly doing it just for that one thing, that I've kind of been ripped off. It's fine. Do you feel as though I've been sold a dud here? Takes us into here. Let's have a fireplace. Takes into the basement. That's the garden. Bedroom with annex into here. On the second floor we have this annex into what I believe is what they're counting as the library, because it's the only thing that makes any sense at this point. On the library we have... Oh. So at the master key, where we've actually been? We've been into... Oh, we've been into... At the master key, we've been into that cave. We've been into the little church over there. We've been to the basement. We got nothing in the basement other than things need to go. We got a head and we got an arm, respectively, from the other two places. So, basically, there must be another place around here where there's a locked thing. But we know it's not in there because we've already been there to check it. Let's double check the actual... Aha! I hadn't seen where to mine. Generally, if this mine has iron ore, I'm going to get a little annoyed. It's fine, it has got what we're looking for, so... Hourglass statue arm. The stone arm which holds an hourglass. At the base of the arm is a bronze mechanism. It looks as though this arm could be attached to something. In some refunded or more irritating where everything she just paid to they said when we already have one. A small smithy was in operation here, perhaps just to maintain just to maintain just a limited personal arsenal. The blades are of strange design and rusted beyond repair. It has not been used in some time. Although it is, to be fair, it is possible that we have only just unlocked this, but yeah, whatever. It is what we're looking for, so that's... Right, well, I feel like I wasted 20 bucks. It's whatever. I should mention, I basically only just got it from our last session. And I did not sleep well. So, there will be a fair amount of yawning. Something what I did yesterday was to, you know, fight the yawning, but it is what it is. Item removed. Oh. Creature stares at you with a chilling intensity. Its words hiss through sharp teeth, but it speaks slowly, methodically.
Greetings, trespasser. I have been watching you for some time. Trapped on my grounds, desecrating my home, erecting your petty trinkets. And I have watched you as you sleep. I have savored your flesh, drunk from your blood, tasted your dreams. I thought you would flee in terror, but still you linger where you do not belong. So I ask you, trespasser, why do you torment me so?
I'm tormenting you? There's a monster in my basement. The creature releases a guttural sigh.
Monster, indeed. It has been many a century since I could hold my gaze in a mirror. But monster or no, this is not your basement. These grounds are my prison, but they're also my home. I saw these limbers raised some 200 years ago. I've dwelled here ever since. You may have purchased a scrap of paper for a considerable sum. Perhaps it bears the signature of some foppish noble. I care not. These lands are mine.
She takes a deep breath.
But there are things more valuable than even a home, such as one's freedom. I am shackled here, trespasser, held captive within my own grounds. By powerful cipher magic. If you would help me win my freedom, I would recognize your claim to this manor. What do you say?
You're taking on a set. Why should I trust you?
I admit we may have got off to a wrong start. But remember, trespasser, you cannot cast the first stone. That you cast the first stone. It is natural to act rashly when threatened.
Let's say I do help. Will you then leave me alone?
Alas, there are few places for a creature like me to live safely. If you grant me freedom, I would permit you governance of the manor, staying myself in these underhalls. Oh, what wonders freedom would bring. It would be much enriched by my travels. I would be much enriched by my travels, and would grant you great boons after feasting on your flesh.
Ryan, you still drink my blood?
Oh, the kiss of a Verme is nothing so crude as merely sucking blood. It is a tender union of two souls. My worm tongue bonds with your nervous system, and for a beautiful moment our minds are as one. The dreams you have seen, they are my own, a gift in exchange for sustenance. With my freedom, in exchange for a portion of your health, you'd be invigorated after waking here. Your senses heightened, your reflexes sharpened.
What if I say no?
Then I suppose we could settle this matter as animals, with tooth and claw. But beware, trespasser, my bite is more dangerous than your waking hours. Excellent. Here is what you must do. In the forest of Western Hallershire, there's a decrepit house, not dissimilar to my own. I once frequented that place. This key will unlock it. A Verme lived there, once. I do not know if they remain, but I know this, that they were captive like me, and cast off their oppressor. Recover their spell book, and I might do the same.
Okay, but I have some questions first.
By all means.
What sort of creature are you?
I am a Verme, named after the parasite that lives inside me. It hungers for more than just flesh. Human thoughts, feelings, emotions. These are his sustenance, and so my kind stalks through the night, feeding on dreams.
What sort of life have you led?
I have lived for 400 years, and I was not always the twisted Verme before you. Long ago, I was a human girl, not so different from any other.
Tell me about your youth.
As a girl, I was called Ezra Thornwood. I have not spoken that name for a long time. My parents and I were refugees from the Worldrend, if you can believe such a thing. We were lucky enough to board an Embrium skyship which crashed on these isles. I was 5 years old. You remember it now, but Hallowtown started as a camp of those survivors. As a young girl, my parents gave me a harp and told me the old Embrian songs. Beautiful stories of great cities that I, nor anyone else, would ever see again. It was in the woods that it entered my throat, the parasite. I choked, retched, but to no avail. My parents would not consult the local Wiccans, as the Embrians are proud, secular folk. That night they found me feeding on my mother. The parasite half emerged from my mouth. I fled and never saw my parents again. traveled the Sky Realms for a long time, moving from island to island. When I returned to my childhood home of Hallowtown, I was more than a century old, though I looked not a day over 20. Everyone I knew was dead. I remember sitting at the graves of my parents for days, trapped in a silent grief. I found my old harp for sale, an antique. I bought it and played it at the tavern, but everyone had forgotten the old songs. Folk followed the Wiccan ways. The Embrian cities had faded into myth. I doubt you can understand what it feels like to be a stranger in your own home. But I settled here in Hallowshire, made my fortune, but built this manor. With time, the parasite merged with my body. I was human no more, an elder Vareem. It was harder to hide. And eventually, that damned Kresnik found me here.
Kresnik.
Thank you. That's quite alright. If I'm honest, I enjoyed telling it to someone. Thank you for that.
Well, why would you have stained glass window underground? So that explains that to an extent. We do also now have a quest. So somewhere in the Western Forest. I mean that house there, I suspect. No, maybe it's that one. Strange house. Wait, leveled again. A ruined house in Hellshire's Western Forest. Call it northern rather than western. My assumption is it's probably here. Oh, it's probably there. Okay. Guess we can just take the lift down and deal with it. Our anchor point is there. What are you gonna lambast me? There's a monster in the basement! Mr. Thornwood has owned this manor for 200 years, sir. Her and only her. She's a Vareem. That means she's had a parasite in her all this time. Turned her into a monster that feeds on people's dreams while they sleep. Myself, I am a Kresnik. Like my father before me, I've kept her imprisoned here, for the good of everyone. What is a Kresnik? We're an ancient tribe of Vareem hunters. We trace back to Slev, but many of us travel the Sky Realms, hunting our quarry. Most train all their lives for that simple single battle. To defeat a Vareem in combat, they can be imprisoned and guarded. Why don't you just kill her? We, Kresnik, swear an oath not to kill the Vareem we hunt. They're still thinking folk at the end of the day. So we offer our own flesh to keep them alive. Whenever Vareem feeds, you get a glimpse into their mind. They're learning. Some Kresnik even become close to their Vareem. What if I were to free her? You shoot your dark skull. That would be a bad idea. A very bad idea. A Vareem, especially an old one like Ezra, is a dangerous creature. You don't want to be losing that on the world. So, bust me sleep or sleep. I'm inclined to go with sleep. I live with a monster now? I tried to warn you, didn't I? Okay, we have just wiped out the entire land of the undead. Basically because they are dead. It's time for them to die, so I guess we're going to continue that logic and deal with Ezra. We are going to go first. Yes. No, I'd have to actually do the quest. Right. Okay. Alright, need to get the spell book in order to... Oh, okay. So we get to defer that decision until later, but at the moment we're probably going to lean towards killing it. Because we've built this house, damn it, and I'd rather like to sleep in my own bed. Wrong way. Oh, and now, actually, do we have a... do. And episode you need a passport. Now we had a quest to actually get into. Didn't we? In the other Clockwork Kingdom. Oh right, cool. It's in a passport, which we have, so we can give him that and then be safe. Yes. Respawn that? No. It's cognizant of the fact we still need iron. All that stuff. Then yeah, it's the infidels. We've just dumped a lot of money on things. So we're really just continuing to the west. We're not gonna make the same mistake we did last time. We were here. We need to use the bridge. Now, I'm assuming this is the house they're talking about, but I can't remember if I don't know if we actually worked out how to get up there. Because if memory serves, it's sort of on its own little thing. Don't have a jump spell or anything else. Running around this way. I mean, I am assuming this is the castle we need to go to. I mean, I could be wrong. It's not. Oh, it's not how we get up there anyway. There's no bridge. Ruin. There's a mine down there, which we're going to jump down to and attempt to seal some ore. Or it's not, just a respawn point. Rude. I mean, unless they are referring to the strange house. It is locked. I guess we'll go out there and see. Yeah, decided to describe it as being northern thing rather than anything else, but yeah. Yep. Okay. Yes, so we can start selling things. Fingers crossed. Where is the key? So. Dilapidated manor house. So, and it's either there, or it is that one. But they mentioned the forest, which there's nowhere else it can be. Basic. Oh, sorry. Alrighty, let's see. What? what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a cut in here. Sorry for the cut off there. I'll probably get rid of that if I edit this. And we'll come back to it once I'm ready in the next episode. So thank you for watching. Sorry about that delay, and we'll be back shortly. See you next time.